Alright, so gang, it's your boy Nature Boy TV, aka Nature. Like I said, I was gonna give y'all unlimited content. I'm giving y'all everything I know, plus whatever more I learn for, you know what I mean, for the love. So, yeah, I mean, I wanted to make sure y'all got this and it's done the right way. So, you feel me? Let's get started. So, like, what is Japanese candlesticks? So, this is Japanese candlesticks. There's a lot of different Japanese candlesticks. We're gonna get right into it. So, this right here is the high. This is considered the high. This is considered the close. This is considered the open, and this is considered the low. Alright, so you have an upper shadow. This is your upper shadow. This is your lower shadow. Same thing here. The wicks are the same. This is the high, and this is the upper shadow, and this is the lower shadow. These wicks mean something. We're going to explain what they mean too. So, as far as how you read this one, it's like if it's going up and it's like moving up, so white candlesticks means it's moving up, and black candlesticks means it's moving down. So if it's moving up, it's going to open at the bottom, and it's going to close at the top because it's going up. So it's going to open at the bottom, and it's going to close at the top. Depending on the size of it, means a lot too. It means if it's a lot of momentum, then you're going to see an opening, a big opening, and it's going to be a close. It's going to be a big close. Same thing same thing here. If it's going down, it's going to open right here at the top, and since it's going down, it's going to obviously close when it's at its lowest point, when it's at the bottom. So this is how you can tell right off the rip because people don't understand like how it's moving, or when it's opening and when it's closing. So if it's moving up, it's going to open at the bottom, and it's going to close at the top. Same thing, if it's moving down, it's going to open at the top, and it's going to close at the bottom. So that's like one of the first things I want y'all to understand. I wanted to get that out the way so nobody get confused. All right. So next thing is the shadows. Okay. So Japanese candlesticks can be used for any time frame. Okay. So whether it's on a 1 day chart, a 1 hour chart, a 30-minute chart, a 4 hour chart, a weekly chart. Okay. So Japanese candlesticks can be used on any time frame. Okay. So they are used to describe price action during that given time frame. Okay. So if it's in a 1 hour, it's going to describe price action during that time frame for 1 hour. If it's in a 1 day, you're going to see nothing but candlesticks that represent that price action during that given time frame for the day, 30-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, okay, 1 minute. So you'll have each candlestick describes the price action during the given time frame. So let's go here. So the Japanese candlestick are formed using opens, highs, lows, and closes of the chosen time period. So if the camera's staying up. So if you close is above. So if the close is above, right? So if the close is above, it's an open. Then it will be a hollow stick. You know what I'm saying? Usually displayed at a white drawing. So I have my charts white and black because it's easier on my eyes, and I'm going to show y'all my charts and show y'all my colors and why I use white and black. But I use white and black because it's easier on my eyes. And so white means that it's going up. So if it closes, like I said, if it closes above, so it's going to open at the bottom. If it closes above the opening, then it's a hollow candlestick, which usually is a display of a white candlestick, meaning it's going up. Which in most cases, it'll probably be green and red, but mine is white and black. Okay, so white means displays that is drawn that is going up. So this is your high, the wick, the highest wick. This is the highest point. This wick right here. This wick right here means the highest point where price went before it closed back down. So price before it just closed, it's going to go to the highest point and then close back down. Same thing with when it opens, same thing down here. When it opens, it's going to go to the lowest point most likely, and then it's going to go back up and then close above. Same thing with the high. It's going to go to, it's going to go to the highest point, and then it's going to close back down to the opening. So that's how that usually works. Same thing. So lower shadows. So if you close above the opening, all right, then if you close above the opening, so this is the close, right? So if it's white, it's going to open and it's going to close above. If the close is below the opening, so if the close is below the opening, then it's that candlestick usually displayed as black is drawn. So the candlestick right here, so it opens, it goes to its highest point, and then it opens that here, right? It goes to its highest point, then comes back down and closes. Before it closes, though, it will go to its lowest point, and then it will come back up and close. And this is how you identify the way the direction of the trend is going by if it opens at the top and it closes at the bottom, it's going down. If it opens at the bottom and closes at the top, it's going up. So all right, so I hope that really helped. So if it closes at below the opening, then it usually is displayed as black. Okay, so this is the upper shadow, this is the lower shadow. Okay, so this is like the basics of Japanese candlesticks. Alright, so Japanese candlesticks, the hollow or filled section of the candlestick is called the real body or the body. Okay, so this is called the real body. Okay, this is the real body. Alright, same thing with here. This is the body. Okay, and depending, there's small bodies, you have small bodies, you have big bodies, and we're gonna have you have some bodies on there. You have some bodies on there with no wicks, and we're gonna explain what that means. You're not gonna always see bodies with wicks on them, like with the little wicks, the little lines. Sometimes you won't see them, and we're gonna explain what that means. Okay, so you see real body here. All right, just wanted to go back so y'all could see that. So the hollow or filled section, the hollow section is called, or the filled section. So if it's filled, it's black. If it's hollow, it's white. That section right there, that candlestick is called the body. It's called the body. Okay, so then we're going to talk about the lines. Okay, the thin lines poking above and below the body are displays as high and low ranges, and they're called shadows. Okay, so the top of the upper shadow is the high. Okay, so that's the highest point before it closes back at the bottom if it's going up. Same thing with the low. As this is the lowest, this is the bottom, is the lowest shadow of the low. So this the line that's going down is the lowest shadow. So it will go to the lowest point of this. It will see a body right here, right? And then it's going to go, if it's going up, it's going to go up to the highest point and then close back down right here. And all right, so same thing if it's going down. It's not just going to close down. It's going to go down, make a wick. It's going to make these two little lines, and then it's going to go back up and then close above it. Okay, it's always going to do that. All right, so most times it's going to do that, and we're going to explain the other times when it doesn't do that. All right, so these are Japanese candlesticks. All right, so let's break down the different parts of candlesticks. So you have sexy body candlestick bodies that have different type of bodies. Some of them are long bodies. You have long bodies that indicate that there are strong buying. So when you see long bodies, it indicates that there's a lot of momentum, a lot of action, and a lot of buying. Strong buying, and you see a long candlestick, and I'm gonna show you some of those too, and I'm gonna give you all that too. So right now, this is the technical part that we have to figure out. So the long bodies indicate if it's going up. If it's a strong body going up, it's going to be green or white, and it's going to be a long body. That means that it could either mean that a continuation is going in that direction. Depending on where it's at, it could mean that a continuation is going in that direction, depending on where it's at, or it could mean that a reversal is coming in that direction, and we're going to explain what that means. So long bodies, they indicate strong buying, okay, and and also they indicate strong selling. Okay, so if it's a long body going down, it's strong selling. If it's a long body going up, it's strong buying. Okay, so the more that you're in tune, with this, the more that you start, practicing, and the more that you get in tune with this, and you keep watching my OnlyFans videos and stuff, you're going to pick up on this, and it's going to become easier and easier and easier. The more you practice, it's going to become better and better. You're going to get better at it. That's with anything. So that means that it's either a buyer or it's a seller. So, and that we look at this depending on the bodies. Okay, so 99% of trading, well, we can say about 95% of trading is about technical. It's about knowing what's going on in the market as far as the candlesticks is concerned. It's not really about the trend most of the time. It's really about technical and stuff like that. You have to know what each candlestick is doing when it's opening, when it's closing. All right, if it's strong buying, or if it's strong selling. You need to know all these things. So like I said, long bodies mean that there's strong selling or there's strong buying. Okay, so it can either go either way. All right, it could be strong buying or it could be strong selling. It depends on, you have the direction it's going in. If it's going down, it's long, it's selling. If it's going up and it's long, it's buying. All right, so like I said, we're going to get to all the technical stuff that you need to learn about Japanese candlesticks. So when you go in here, that you're going to be, coming out. When you go in here and it's time to take your test, you're going to have an A+, every time. All right, so we also have short bodies. Okay, we have long bodies and we have short bodies. Okay, the short bodies imply that there's very little buying or little selling. So if you see short bodies, that means that there's little selling and little buying. So you see short bodies at the bottom, but they're white, but they're short bodies. That means that the buying is not really, they're not really, because it's short. They're not buying big. Same thing with selling. If you see at the top or something, sometimes you might see at the top too, see little small bodies of the filled candlestick, then that means that there's little selling. Okay, so black means little selling. If you see little short black bodies, it means it's a little selling, and it probably means that it's going to continue in the up direction. If it's selling, means that you're going down, and buying means that you're going up. So if you see little sellings, little candlesticks, and they're black though, and they're hollow, and you see a long body after that, it's going up. Okay, so same thing. You see small little bodies, and they're hollow and they're white, and you see a long body black, is going down usually. All right, so let's get right into it. So long versus short. All right, so this is a short body, okay, right here, for going up. A small wick, small price action, not really a lot of momentum. Okay, same thing over here. Small short body. This is hollow selling though, and it's not a lot of momentum. Okay, so long body versus short body. So long white Japanese candlesticks, they're above. They're very, very. So you see Japanese candlesticks with long bodies. That means that and they're white. If you see they're white or they're green, that means that there's strong buying. So it's going to continue in that direction if you see it. Okay. Same thing with the if you see the longer black candles, then it's going to mean that it's going down. So the longer the white candlestick is, the further it closes above the opening. So if it's it's going to take longer than a short body. If it's a long body, it's going to take longer to close. So it might be opening it might just be going up, and you're like, oh, it's not closing because it's a long body. So it's going to take longer to close. Same thing if it's going down. It's a long body, so it's going to take longer to close. It's not going to be short momentum. It's going to be long momentum. A lot of money can be made, long momentum, a lot of money. All right, so I wanted to get that out the way. All right, so longer candlesticks, white candlesticks, they close above the opening. They indicate that price has increased it considerably from the opening to the close. and that buyers were aggressive, and that that buyers were aggressive, and that they and that's what, like, buyers, that means that buyers were aggressive. That's what it means. Okay, so when you see like long candlesticks, it means that you need, and you see it on the market, and I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to actually give y'all a lot of like different content, showing y'all, sometimes give y'all live trades and stuff, showing y'all what that means. All right, I'm gonna make another video after this, showing y'all the candlestick patterns and stuff, showing y'all big momentums and stuff, even though you can see it on here. So it indicates that it's an increase of price when you see long candlesticks, either in any direction. But that's not just all. There's more to this. Okay, so over here, so long black fill candlesticks show that there's selling price. There's a lot of selling pressure. So when you see long black black candlesticks, it means that there's a lot of selling pressure, and it's going to continue going in that direction, most likely, if it's long. Okay, so the longer the black Japanese candlestick is, the further it will close above the opening. So if it's not going to close above the opening right away, so if it's going to take a longer time, like I said, because the sellers are coming in and they're pushing price tremendously and aggressively down. Okay, so this indicates that price has fell a great deal. Okay, and that from the buyers, that price has fell from a great deal, and that the sellers were aggressive. Okay, so this is what this means. So, all right, so upper and lower shadow Japanese candlesticks, all right, they're very important. Okay, to understand, the upper shadows, the little shadows, they're very, very important too. People don't really understand these shadows right here, the upper shadows. Significant that there are, it could be, these upper shadows could represent that there's a reversal coming. There's all types of stuff that they're about the Japanese candlesticks that you're going to find out in this video. By the end of the video, you should know about Japanese candlesticks. So the lower shadows signify the lowest session, and the upper shadows signify the higher session. Okay, the highest session, and the low represents the low of the session. Alright, so candlesticks, long shadows shows that trading action occurred well past the opening and close. When you see long shadows, okay, it means that shows that action was past the opening and the close. Okay, when you see Japanese candlesticks with short shadows, it indicates that most of the trading action was confirmed near the opening and the close. So short little candlesticks means that it's little action. Same thing as the long candlesticks. And little wicks means that there's short action in either direction, buying or selling. Okay, so that the Japanese candlesticks with the short shadow indicates that most of their trading actions were confined near the opening and the close. So these are long shadows. Okay, all right, so let's get into it. So this is what a long shadow looks like. Okay, I know you guys see this all the time, and it's like, yo, what does this mean? Okay, so I'm going to explain what this means. Okay, so a long shadow means that price, that the buyers want to push price back up. If you see it going up, if it's high, if it's up, it means that buyers are about to push price back up. So you might want to look in for a buy. Okay, so if you see long candlesticks, long wicks, if you see long wicks going down, it means that sellers are coming in aggressively, and that there are little buying here, little action. You see, it's a little buy, little bit up the high, but long at the bottom. That means that their sellers are pushing price back down. Same thing here. If you see the body right here, and there's little, but it's going in that direction, but the wick is going high. That means that sellers are tired, and that buyers are pushing price back up. So, all right, so Japanese candlesticks that have long upper shadows, like I just said, and short lower shadows, this means that buyers were flexing their muscles and bid the price higher or lower. Okay, so this means a reversal could be happening. Okay, if you see long candlesticks at the bottom, of your chart, but they're long candlestick, you see long wicks at the bottom, that usually means a reversal is about to come. Same thing at the top. If you see a long wick at the top, it means a reversal is about to come, and it's about to go back down because it's a long wick going down. It means sellers want to come in. Same thing. Going up, it means buyers want to come in. Okay, but one reason for another, sellers came in. All right, when you see right here, sellers came in, and when they came in, they drove price back down to the end of the session, back to the near opening. Okay, so it basically brought it all the way back down. Okay, meaning that if you see a Japanese candlestick with long shadows and short upper shadows, this means that sellers were coming in, and like if you see like a Japanese candlestick, right, with a long shadow right here, right, this means that sellers were coming in, okay, and they bid price lower. But for some reason, another buyer came in and they tried to drive the price back up, but to end the session, okay, that they tried to bring the price back up to end the session. But that's okay. That's what that means when you see like little candlesticks. Okay, it means it was going down, but buyers came back up and to end the session, but it's only it usually means it's going in that direction, or reversal is going up in that direction. You see this going up and you see a candlestick, a lot of wick going down, that means that usually a reversal is coming. Same thing here. You see it going down with a large wick, a little short momentum, a body, it usually means that reversal is coming up and it's going back up. So alright, so I hope that helped. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to be talking about a lot of, I'm gonna keep it short right here. All right. So for this video, we're just going to for this video, we're going to just keep it short. All right. I will come back in and you know what? Never mind. Let's keep going. All right. So basic Japanese candlestick patterns. Okay. So basically, you have tops, you have Marubozos and dojis. Okay, Marubozos are the ones right here. They're called Marubozos. These right here indicate, when you see a Marubozo, a long body is a Marubozo. That's the word for it. In Forex, when you see a long body going up, it's a Marubozo. Same thing. It has no wicks on it. It's no wicks too. Okay, so you have tops, you have dojis. Okay, so these are basic candlestick patterns. You're going to see a lot of tops, a lot of Marubozos and dojis. Okay, so these are spinning tops right here. So there are basic types of Japanese candlesticks. Let's take a look at each type of candlestick and what they mean in terms of price action. So spinning top Japanese candlesticks with long upper shadows, long lower shadows, and small real bodies are called spinning tops. Okay, so you see long wick upper shadows and long lower shadows and a small real body. This is called a spinning top. Okay, a spinning top pattern indicates that there's indecisive between buyers and sellers. So it's not really that prior buyers. You see these either direction, it means that there's sellers are indecisive. Same thing, buyers are indecisive. Okay, so it means that they don't really, it could be a reversal coming, it could be continuing that direction, but they're not sure of what they want to do yet. So this what that means, spinning tops right here. Okay, spinning top patterns. You can also look all this stuff up on Google, but I'm gonna have something set up where you guys I can show y'all that too. So the small and real bodies, whether they're hollow or filled, okay, whether they're white or black, shows little momentum. So when you see little small bodies, that means that there's little momentum. There's not a lot of momentum. So what does that mean? It indicates that both buyers and sellers were fighting, but nobody could gain the upper hand. Okay, nobody could gain the upper hand. Okay, even though the session opened and closed with little change and price movement wasn't that significant higher or lower, neither buyers nor sellers could gain the upper hand, and the result was a standoff. So when you see small bodies, it's not like it's still indecisive. It doesn't know what it wants to do. You have to wait for a long body for you to decide which direction price wants to go in. And we're going to talk about, why you need to know about long bodies and why that's so important too. So if a spinning top forms during an uptrend, this usually means that there aren't many buyers left, and a possible reversal in the direction could occur. So when you see spinning top right at the top, right, this means that during an uptrend, this means that usually it means that the buyers aren't left. There aren't too many buyers left, and a possible reversal direction could occur. Same thing here. This means if you see a spinning top during a downtrend, it usually means that there aren't a lot of sellers left, and that a possible reversal of direction could occur. All right. So these are the basic Japanese candlestick patterns that y'all need to know about: is spinning tops, dojis, Marubozos, long bodies is Marubozos, spinning tops. And we're going to explain dojis too. Okay, so the small real bodies. All right, so we just went through that as far as like spinning tops. The spinning tops usually occur during the uptrend. It usually means that there are any buyers left. Same thing, downtrend. Okay, so if a spinning top forms during a downtrend, it usually means that there aren't any sellers left, and a possible reversal in the direction could occur. All right, so we're going to explain what a Marubozo candlestick is. Okay, so a Marubozo candlestick is, yes. So this means that there aren't no shadows from the body. So when you see a candlestick with no little wicks, without any lines on it, all right, in the market, this means that this is called a Marubozo. Okay, translated as the bald head or the shaved head, because it doesn't have any hair. It doesn't have any wicks, any hair sticking out of it. Okay, so this is why they call it the bald head. Okay, so the Marubozo candlestick, bald head candlestick pattern shows that candlestick means that it has no wicks, or if you see these candlesticks, it means it has no wicks on it. It has no shadows. You're not going to see any lines on these. Okay, it means that's why they call it the bald candle. Okay, depending on whether the candlestick is filled black or is hollow white, indicates that the high or the low indicates that depending on if it's filled black or white, indicates if it's going up or down. If it's filled black and you see it long, it's going down. If it's filled white and you see a long candlestick with no wicks on it, with nothing on it, it's just candlesticks, is going up. Okay, so over here, so Marubozo, check out the two types of Marubozos in this picture below. Okay, so we have the Marubozo one going up. The white candlestick means that the white Marubozo candlestick, long white body with no shadows. Okay, no opening price, no equal low price or close price equal high price. Okay, this means that the candlestick opens at the lowest point. It's going to open at the lowest point again. Okay, you need to really understand candlestick patterns. So it's going to open and it's going to close all the way at the top. Okay, that's a long candlestick. Okay, same thing as far as this is going down. It's going to open at the top and it's going to close all the way below. Okay, so this means that the candlestick opened at the lowest point and closes at the highest point. So it opens at the lowest point and closes at the highest point. Okay, it opens at the highest point and closes at the lowest point. So very bullish candlesticks, as it shows that so when you see this candlestick, it shows that buyers, if you see a white candlestick and it's long, it shows that buyers were in control of the entire session. All right, and it usually becomes a continuation, and a bullish stands for a long candlestick. Like it's either going to show a bullish candlestick pattern or a bearish candlestick reversal pattern, depending on if it's either going to show a bearish continuing. If it's going, you see a long body and it's going up, it's usually going to is usually represented as a continuation going up. If you usually see it 9 and 10 times, you see a long body going up, it's going to continue going up. Same thing here. You see same thing when going down on a downtrend. If you see a long body going straight down, this usually means that a continuation is coming. All right, now the reversal patterns. Okay, so as you see a long body, but it's at the bottom, then that means it's going up. If reversal is going up, okay? But you see at the bottom, if you see a long body just at the bottom of a downtrend, at the bottom of a downtrend, it's been going down for the longest, and then you see a long body finally show up, it means that price is coming up and it's going to continue going that direction. Same thing if you see at the top, right? If you see at the top a long body going down, it means a reversal is coming. It means that a reversal is coming. It's going to continue going down that way. So when you see a long body at the bottom, a reverse is coming. Same thing. If you see a long body at the top, a long body going down though, at the top, a reverse is coming, meaning it's probably going to continue. Most out of 10 times, it's going to continue in that direction. So black Marubozo contain with no wicks on it, right? So these candlesticks have no wicks on it. This means that the candle was open at its highest point and it closed at its lowest point. This means it's a very bearish candlestick. Okay, bullish means it's going up, bearish means going down. Okay, so this means that it's very bearish, okay, candlestick. And it shows that it was that sellers were in control. It shows that It shows that sellers were in control of price action the entire session, and usually, or like I said, if you see this at an uptrend, it usually means that a bearish continuation. If you see these candlesticks, it means two things. Okay, it means it's a continuation going on, or a reversal is going on. So if you see it going down like crazy but it's at the top, a reversal is coming. Same thing, you see it going up like crazy, but it been down for the longest, a reversal is coming in that direction. Is going back up very, very fast. Okay, so I want y'all to understand these things. All right, so y'all can make a lot of money in here. All right, if I help y'all, just I'll appreciate donations, anything that y'all, I'll send my Cash App out there too, so y'all can have that. But I want y'all to know about candlesticks and stuff. So depending on where a Marubozo is located and what color it is, depends on if it's going to continue up or not. So if you see, or it's going to be a reversal. So if you see a white Marubozo, a big candlestick with a bald candlestick, right? But it's white, and it means a white Marubozo forms at the end. If it forms at the end of an uptrend, it's a continuation likely. So you see it going up, and then you see a long body, a form in the market, right? It means that a continuation is going up. Okay, same thing here. But if you see a white Marubozo form at the end of a downtrend, okay, this is the reversal likely. That's why I say it's two. You have to understand the candlesticks. You have to understand the technical. As far as like candlesticks and stuff, so you can understand, and you can make as much money as you can. I want y'all to make as much money as y'all can. So if you see a white candlestick form at the end of a downtrend, it's been going down, and like I said, you see a white candlestick form, or green, it's going to be green for most of y'all, it's going to be green, it means that it's going back up. Okay, all right, so black Marubozo, so black candlesticks, if a black Marubozo forms at the end of a downtrend, so if you see a black candlestick and it forms at the end of a downtrend, it means it's been going down at the end, and you see a black candlestick at the end of the downtrend, it usually means that continuation is likely in that direction, because like I said, Marubozo candlesticks represent that there was a lot that either if it's black, it means that it was a lot of sellers that were coming in. Okay, so but if you see a black Marubozo form at the end of an uptrend, so say it's been going up, right, and then you see a long black candlestick going at the top of an uptrend, it usually 9 to 10 times, 10 out of 10 times means a reversal is likely. Okay, a reversal is likely, means that's going to go back down. All right, as you see, that means a lot of pressure. A lot of sellers are in this trade. All right, so I want y'all just to know these things. All right, it's a few more we're going to talk about. All right, so we're going to, let me see real fast. I want to like this. Oh yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is, all right, we're going to talk about doji candlesticks next, on the next video. All right, I don't want to give y'all too much. I want y'all just to study Marubozo candlesticks right now, black Marubozo candlesticks right now, before we talk about doji. So I want to separate it up so y'all can have it session by session. All right, I don't want to give y'all too much, so I hope this video will help. All right, the next video we're going to talk about what doji candlesticks are. Okay, so we have Marubozo, we have doji candlesticks. We're going to explain what they mean so you can make as much money as you can in this market. All right, so gang.